Monday, Monday, Monday!
Reset.
Absurdities are for dummies.
Welcome to the Absurditee podcast. I am Cameron, and with me today is the man that stays so high he forgets how many fingers he has. Good morning, Jake.
Good morning. It's 10 today. It's 10.
It's 10. Are you sure?
Well, it's 11:43, but I have 10 fingers.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. So, oh crap, where'd it go? Oh, no, I lost it. Oh, no, got it. So, I am not doing well today.
It's a day.
I'm not with
it's
it.
A day.
It's a day. Okay, anywho. In 1923, jockey Frank Hayes won a race at Belmont Park in New York despite being dead. He suffered a heart attack mid-race, but his body stayed on the saddle until his horse crossed the line for a 20-1 outsider victory.
I've actually heard about that one.
That's crazy.
So I think he was like the only person to ever finish a race dead. So yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, that's crazy though. He just like literally died, and then just like no one knew, but he still won the race.
That reminds me. Do you remember the God? What was the movie? It was the kid with the sled dogs, and the sled dogs died. Like right before the finish line, his dog died, and he had to carry it. And there was a dude behind him, like with a gun, being like, "Don't you dare cross the line!" Like pointing at like other contestants, be like, "Don't you dare get in front of him."
I don't know.
I saw that as a kid, and now like thinking back to it, I shouldn't have seen that as a kid.
Yeah, it was really pretty dark.
Yeah. I think most of the movies I saw as a kid were pretty dark. I saw Jaws and It, and all of the Friday the 13th and all Freddy versus.
Yeah,
Freddy.
I remember. I was really young when I first saw my first horror movie, and I don't even know which one it was, but I remember I was like, I'm tough. I'm tough enough. I can watch this. So Dad was like, okay, turns on a movie. Somebody got their head literally chopped off, and I was like, okay, turn it off. I don't like it.
I think I was 7 when I saw Eight-Legged Freaks. I think I was like 9 or so when I saw Jaws.
That's not a horror movie, though.
It's just when you're 7 and you already don't like spiders.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, I had already had multiple bad experiences with the spiders, and then I saw Eight-Legged Freaks. I'm like, well, now I hate spiders even more. Like now they're giant.
Yeah,
I thought it was bad enough.
It's bad enough when they're like this big, and now they're like 7 stories tall. Yeah,
I was already terrified of Daddy Longlegs.
The most harmless spiders on the planet. To humans.
One fell in my eye.
It fell in your eye.
I looked up and it fell from a tree onto my eye.
Huh.
So yeah, I don't like spiders.
Yeah, that'd be a little traumatic. Yeah, I can see that.
One fell in my eye, one fell in the back of my neck from a tree while I was using a leaf blower, and then a egg sac from a mother spider hatched in front of my face when I fell down in that ditch we had back in Granbury.
I used to live out
I know, because I used to sit in the chair that you left out there in the little area. I remember that place.
That's when I got in a lot of trouble because Dad thought I was smoking weed.
Weren't you smoking cigarettes?
Well, we were smoking tobacco out of a pipe we made, yeah.
Out of a pipe we made. Hey.
Yeah. It was like a little L pipe, and then we we poked holes in a bottle cap and electrical taped it to the end of it. Yeah. It's great.
You make do.
Yeah, we just empty out our parents' cigarettes and put them in a bag, and
I mean, yeah, you could take like the quarter left ones and just like
just like empty it. Yeah, put it in a bag, and then we just like put it in there, and exactly.
Yeah, kids.
Exactly. Yeah, that's how you get away with it. Not really. I got caught really quick.
Yeah. Also, like, don't smoke. Like if you already if you already smoke, then you already smoke. But if you have the option to not do it, just don't.
Yeah, if you cannot start it, take it from someone who does it. If you cannot start it, don't.
Take it from someone who used to do it off and on, because Marine Corps, it's kind of hard not to use tobacco.
Yeah.
On the aircraft, you couldn't smoke, so everyone dipped, and I still kind of have that habit where, if my leg pain cannot be satisfied by like marijuana or anything, I will put a lip in just because that gives enough of a rush to just get rid of that pain.
I've never dipped.
It's disgusting, and it's not fun, and your teeth look disgusting. Even if they're like, even when they don't get yellow, you have leftover like tobacco
Residue?
in between your teeth. It's like stuck in your gums. It cuts up.
I get enough of that with all the food I eat.
Yeah,
like, I don't
exactly.
need help with that.
Yeah, don't use tobacco. It's just not good for you in any way.
It's really not.
I guarantee you there are 0 permanent good health effects from tobacco.
There's none.
Besides the fact that you die and it's better for the planet. That's about it. But
it's better. Oh, okay. That's a little.
I mean,
it's a little rough.
Listen,
okay.
some facts you don't want to hear, but it's true. Technically, if all humans died, the planet would be amazing.
Okay, so I have I'm going to give a little history lesson today.
Oh, we're going straight into that. Okay.
Yeah, we're just going to hop right into it. Because this happened to me, and it happens to everybody. We all fart, right?
I would say
everybody.
Yes.
Everybody.
No matter what you say, you know who you are that say you don't.
Yeah, everybody farts, and I don't care. This is going to be like the meme where I'm like sitting in a chair, and it's going to say everybody smells their own farts. You can't change my mind. When you fart, I don't care where, like anywhere, you're going to go to see if it smells. Everyone does it.
Yeah, I don't like, because there's people there that like do that, and they're like, oh yeah, and there's some people that are just like, God, I hope that doesn't smell so people don't notice.
Exactly. And sometimes there's the people that, they actually enjoy it when they've done it, right? Like someone else's fart always stinks, always. But your own, sometimes you're like, oh, okay. But as I know this is not something I would normally talk about, but
I would say this
found
conversation.
It interesting. Yeah. Have you ever, and I'm asking you personally, have you ever farted and then like when you smelled it, you're like, oh my God.
That's
funny. You don't like you don't even like your own. Like it's so bad that you're like, wow, I am so sorry. Like you're forewarning people. Like you need to leave the room. Like I'm actually going to leave the room with you because it's that bad.
It's funny because that actually happened to me late last night. Because yesterday I didn't eat, and then I worked from 3:30 to 10, and then after that I went to the gym, and then from the gym I came home. I had 2 energy drinks. I cooked up 2 steaks that have been marinating for a couple days, and then I had a cup of coffee, and then I had potatoes, and then I had cheese fries, then I had broccoli, and then I had a beer, and then I went to sleep at like 2.
Oh God!
Yeah, I went to sleep at like 2 in the afternoon. I woke up at 8. It was like 7 or 8, and then like by 9, I like had the bubbles, and I was in there like, oh my God, like. How did I make that? Like, I didn't want to be in my house in this little closed off room because I'm like, I can't escape.
Yeah, so I mean, you get.
I thought my servers backed up. I was like, this is disgusting.
Yeah, sometimes they get bad, and like.
That's when you know you need to eat healthier when it's that bad.
Well, no, and here's the thing: is like, farts are healthy for you. Not to like breathe in, but like to let out.
They are, but if you have
shows a sign of health.
Yeah, but if you have bad gas, that means you are being unhealthy.
Well, not necessarily. Protein farts are horrible.
Yeah, but
protein is good for you.
But I mean, in like good amounts. But if you have too much protein, you have protein farts. Same thing with like if you have too much protein, your body kind of just cycles it out because it's not being used.
But that's what I'm getting at is like if someone works out a lot, they eat a ridiculous amount of protein in order to gain the muscle. Correct?
Yeah, but they need it. Like their body needs it.
Well, but they still get the protein farts.
Do they?
And they're healthy. Yeah.
Let's get a bodybuilder here right now to admit that he has protein farts.
Oh, I have a buddy.
Playing The Rock Johnson.
I had a buddy that like
Fourth time, by the way.
he worked out a lot, and whenever I told him that like I was eating more protein, like showing him like what I was eating, and he's like, "Oh, you could probably got those protein bars, don't you?" And I was like, "Yes."
So
Yeah, I do. Yes.
this is kind of a thing that I noticed a lot when I was in the Marines, and I was talking to a bunch of other Marines when we would go to the gym, is that we had the habit of taking too much protein in like our protein shakes, and we would be pissing like it looked like neon Mountain Dew, like it was almost glowing, because we had too much protein in our body that wasn't being used, that your body was just getting rid of it. It's like, we don't need this, get this out of here.
Yeah.
That, like, one of the
Um.
big tellers of your health is your urine, and that's
Oh yeah.
the
Oh, for sure.
the look, the smell. The more dehydrated you get, the of course the darker it gets, but also the more it burns, because you have like, I don't know the exact science of it, but there's like, it's not being processed properly, so you're still, I guess you're still getting some of the like more acidic chemicals inside there, so it
Okay.
burns more.
Huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, so a little tidbit is always pay attention to your urine when you're worried about your health.
Okay. Well, this set me down a little path of
Or else
finding
you're
out
in
the
trouble.
Okay, you're in trouble. Oh God.
I'm sorry, I thought of it. I'm like, I have to.
So this led me down a path of like finding out the history of the fart. You know, I want to know the history of the fart. So I did some Google search. Apparently, in 569 BC, according to Greek historian Herodotus, I don't know his name, a single fart sparked a revolt against King Apries of Egypt.
You ever fart so bad you cause a civil war?
Yeah, I mean that's apparently this guy did. It says it started when Apries sent one of his generals, Amasis, to quash a rebellion among his troops, but the rebels crowned Amasis the new king, which, as Mel Brooks would note a millennium and a half later, it's good to be. So Apries sent over another dude, a popular advisor named Patarbemis. Patarbemis? According to Herodotus, Amasis honked his rectum and told Patarbemis to carry that back to Apries. So
he farted at a man named.
He sent a guy over that got made king, and then he sent another guy over, was like, hey, that's not cool. And then that dude was like, he farted at him and said, take that back to him.
So he farted at a guy with butt in his name. That's awesome. Also, how did you just slide over the fact that somehow Mel Brooks is involved in this story?
I don't know. Apparently, he made a movie. I'm assuming he made a movie of some kind.
I was sitting there and like, I was kind of just listening, and then you said Mel Brooks. I'm like, wait, Mel Brooks?
Yeah, I saw the name in there, and I was like, well, crap, it's in the thing, so I'm just gonna read it. And apparently, I'm assuming there's a movie of some kind.
In 500 BC, Mel Brooks. Like, wait a second, what?
All right, so this next one is a fart in Jerusalem in 44 AD led to the deaths of 10,000 people.
Explain, please.
Apparently, it started the what was called the Jewish War. An anti-Semitic Roman soldier who dropped trowel before a crowd of Jews celebrating Passover. A guy pulled back his garment and, cowering down after an indecent manner, turned his breech to the Jews and spake such words as you might expect upon such a posture. In 1607, British Member of Parliament Henry Ludlow farted during a debate about naturalizing the Scots. The farting nay vote was probably an accident, but it passed into folklore, inspiring many poems, including the Censure of the Parliament fart. No rebuttals were reported.
Rebuttals.
It actually has "but" capitalized in rebuttals.
Classic.
All right, so this goes into 1781. While Benjamin Franklin lived abroad as U.S. ambassador to France, he wrote an essay called "Fart Proudly."
Wait.
Amen.
Who was it?
Benjamin Franklin.
That was a big guy too, so he probably had horrible gas. I mean, I would imagine around the time when diarrhea killed you, that probably a lot of people.
Diarrhea killed you.
I mean,
oh gosh,
diarrhea used to like used to kill you. Now you're just like, God, now you're just like, I paid money and now I just have diarrhea for a couple hours. That used to be like, I have diarrhea. It's time to write my will and tell my family goodbye. As you lay in a pool of your own feces, you're just like, oh my God, tell my wife I love her. I have the diarrhea.
Oh gosh. Well, that's just a little brief bit of the. I'm skipping over a couple because they're just. Oh, hold on. One more little tidbit of fart wisdom.
That's a good word. I like tidbit.
According to the Guinness Book of World Records, Bernard Clemens of London has the longest official butt burp at 2 minutes and 42 seconds. That is a long fart.
That's unhealthy. That's 2 minutes and 4 seconds worth of gas inside of you.
Yeah, that can't be good for you at all.
I'm assuming he did something that specifically caused like gas to build up, but still, that's just.
He probably held it in for days.
Yeah, but
like, you know what?
Doesn't it naturally get released anyways? I feel like you can't hold it in for days. I feel like if you fall asleep, you're going to naturally fart.
All right, listen. I'm going to tell a story. I'm going to tell a story right now.
Do you fart in your sleep?
No, of course I do. Of course I do. Doesn't I think every guy does.
I won't know. I'm single. No one ever tells me.
Aww.
It's not sad. I like my place. I like
when I was a kid, I think I was in middle school. Maybe it was high school. When you're a kid in that, 15, 16 area, it's kind of, you don't really want to embarrass yourself in school.
No, because school, like, basically means everything to you. Like, not school in general, but, like, being popular or being liked is, like, the most important, like... People are just like, if I'm not popular, I will die. It's like, no,
which I wasn't, so, I mean, it didn't really much matter anyway, but...
I was weird. I was, like, in between. But continue.
But, so, I would have to fart in class, right? But I didn't want to. Because I'd be embarrassed. So I would hold it in. I would sit there and I would hold it in. This kept going for, I don't even know how long, but I started having really bad stomach pains. Really bad, like crippling stomach pains. So I went to the doctor and they did a MRI for that region. Or not MRI. Maybe it was a CAT scan, something. Either way, come to find out I had air pockets in my colon from holding it in. And it was causing a lot. That's what was causing. And the doctor literally said, listen, just fart. I know it's embarrassing, but just for your health, just do it. So he's telling me to be healthy, I must fart. And I followed that the rest of my life, so I just fart everywhere. Who cares?
So another thing involving farting in school. I was in high school, and we were in, I don't remember what class it was, but we were on computers. It wasn't computer class, if you're going to ask that, because I knew you were going to ask some obvious, be like, was it computer class? No, it wasn't.
I'm not you. I was going to let you finish your story without interrupting.
No, you were not. You were not. Don't put that on me. But no, so I was sitting in class next to this dude, and he kept on going. So, like, instinctually, like, I don't know why, but I look at him, and I actually fart. And my face turns so red, I look at him. And this is a class of, like, 25 people. And everyone looks at me and just starts dying laughing. And, like, I couldn't help, I died laughing, too. I'm just like, oh my, because it wasn't quiet. It wasn't just like, it was like...
Listen, I mean...
It was like borderline blowout. I was like, oh my God.
No matter how old I get, farts are funny, man.
They are. Like, unexpected.
Like, have you ever gone to a public bathroom and you're like, I really gotta go, and then the guy in the stall's like letting them rip, and you're just like, don't laugh out loud, do not laugh out loud, and you're like holding back so much laughter. You're just like,
I was, because I have the thing where, like, I'm so embarrassed in public bathrooms because every time I use a bathroom I have to fart. I'm just like, I don't know why it is, because I'm in a bathroom, like, why wouldn't I? But I just don't, like, I'm just like, oh, I'm like, I'm gonna fart and someone's gonna laugh at me. It's like, get over it. But I that's how I am. I'm just like, I try to be as quiet as possible. I don't know why.
I know you're like trying to like force it to be quiet. Like,
yeah, but then it comes out like the Like the squeaky ones, like brrr. I'm just like, that's even worse. And like the quieter you try to be,
They're funnier. Those ones are funnier, actually. I laugh so hard when I hear those.
but when you're trying to be quiet, like instead of just having one really loud one, you have like 15 squeakers. So it's like 10 times worse. It's like trying to open up a candy bar in the movie theater. Just open up like one time loud. Don't do 15 quiet.
It's like,
squeakles.
like when you blow up a balloon and you're like wanting to slowly let the air out, so you're like beep beep beep.
Yeah, that's
Anyway,
yeah.
let's move on from the farts.
Yeah. Let's get out of potty humor. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, that was a good clip. All right, so we're getting into the news. This headline comes out of Washington, not DC, but the state. Seattle woman finds 1 kilo of cocaine in crochet kit she bought at a thrift store.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a big kit.
Yeah. So Seattle woman got more than she bargained for when she bought a crochet kit at a thrift shop and discovered 1 kilo of cocaine inside. The woman purchased the kit to crochet animal hats around 3 p.m. Sunday in the city's Greenwood neighborhood, the Seattle Police Department said in a news release. But when the new crochet hobbyist opened the kit, she found a suspicious package that was encased in yellow rubber with 100% written on the outside. The item also gave off an odd odor.
Macklemore is onto something with thrift shop.
So yeah, that's check your stuff. I almost did it.
Almost.
Oh, that was close.
You almost have to take a shot.
And unfortunately, the only thing I have to take a shot of is Fireball. Ugh.
That's easy. That's like water.
It's not good. I don't like Fireball. I don't like cinnamon.
I can drink Fireball like
I can drink Fireball. I just don't. It's gross.
I preferably like it, but I like cinnamon. So that's the difference between us.
I'm not.
Don't agree on.
Okay, so yeah, that's just forewarning to everyone.
How much did she pay for the kit?
It didn't say.
Oh, because imagine paying like $20 for that kit and then getting 1 kilo of cocaine. Be like, that's the lottery right there.
Yeah, if you want to risk selling it. I mean, that's someone.
No, I mean snorting it.
Oh, snort.
What do you think I'm talking about?
Okay. All right. Okay, so this next one is a local story. Oklahoma man cuts neighbor's heart out and feeds it to his family.
Oh. How local are we talking?
Let's see
just say Oklahoma.
Okay, well, I'll get into that.
Okay.
An Oklahoma man suspected of murdering 3 people has confessed to killing his neighbor, cutting her heart out, and then cooking it to feed his family. Lawrence Anderson allegedly stabbed Andrea Blankenship, 41, to death in her Chickasha home on February 9th. Anderson had been staying with his aunt, Delcy Pye, and Uncle Leon Pye after his... It's a food-related name, too.
I'm sorry, but I laughed at that. That's horrible.
After his early prison release in January, he took the heart back to Chickasha and cooked the heart with potatoes to feed to his family to release the demons.
Well, I mean, but he cooked it with potatoes, so it probably tastes delicious, honestly.
I don't know.
But to release the demons, that's where you got me. I'm just like, no.
Here we go. He then allegedly killed Leon Pye, 67, his uncle,
yeah.
and his 4-year-old granddaughter.
Okay.
And stabbed his aunt. His aunt survived the attack. He was arrested the day of the murders. Authorities discovered Blankenship's body 2 days later after Anderson confessed at a hospital in Oklahoma City where he was being treated.
You know, I don't like Oklahoma to begin with, honestly, that much. Not a fan. Like, I've never heard someone come to Oklahoma and be like, I loved it. They're always just like, yeah, I went to Oklahoma and it was Oklahoma.
All right, so
actually, no one even says I've been to Oklahoma. They're just like, yeah, I think it exists.
This next one, I actually heard about yesterday. Someone had posted about it, And so I was like, "Ooh, I need to check that," because I hadn't heard about it yet. So I went and looked at it. Former USA gymnastics coach killed himself after being charged with sex crimes and human trafficking.
I assume human trafficking would go along with the sex crimes, but I know they're separate charges.
So John Geddert was the owner of Twistars, a gymnastics club in Michigan where dozens of women and girls said they were sexually abused by Larry Nassar. The John Geddert, the 2012 Olympics USA gymnastics coach, killed himself Thursday on the same day the Michigan Attorney General filed 24 criminal charges alleging he verbally, physically, and sexually abused young female athletes. 24 accounts.
I mean,
24 counts, not accounts.
I'll be honest, like, I'm not surprised when it comes to that, just because of... I'm not saying I'm not surprised that someone in that position did. I'm not surprised that someone with that mindset had the opportunity to get that many counts in the position that they were.
Okay, so it says the charges against Geddert include 20 counts of human trafficking and forced labor, 1 account of first-degree sexual assault, 1 count of second-degree sexual assault, racketeering, and lying to a police officer.
And lying to a police
Yeah,
officer.
like it's like 23 wasn't enough. We needed 24.
We made it 23 of them, but we're just like,
Yeah, I saw this story. There's a lot more that goes into it. And I have it saved, so we can always post it if people want to hear more about it. But it's like, dude, what a coward! Like you're gonna like abuse your power, abuse these women, these girls that trust you.
Yeah, I was just saying, not even women yet.
Yeah, and you literally like offed yourself because you got caught. Like, what a coward's way to go!
I mean, I'm
like you
I'm
did
not
the you.
surprised.
I'm not either, because obviously it takes a coward to do that to girls.
Yeah.
So it doesn't surprise me that he was coward enough to kill himself. But like, come on, man. Like what I don't know what brings people to this point in their mindset that they think that's okay.
Yeah, it's a weird thing that goes along with the fact that I know from a lot of different accounts that it's the fact of sexual humiliation early on in their life that, along with a mental illness, mental disability, that caused them to now target a specific group. Example, young women. Sometimes they target like petite women. Sometimes they target children. It's a mental thing where something happened younger in their life. They already had a mental issue that kind of like enhanced it to it. Basically, borderline goes into an obsession where they kind of think they're in the right, even though they know what they're doing is wrong. They feel like they're in the right doing it. They're saying like, "Hey, like this is how's a good way?" Like they're saying like this makes me feel good. Like this is what makes me happy, so it's not wrong. It all goes in the mindset of basically just a psychopath. Like
basically
someone who, no matter what you say, you can never change the way that they're going to act. Like if you were burning someone's house down and I said, "No, don't do that. That's bad." They're gonna be like, "Well, yeah, I know it's bad, but I'm
gonna do it anyway."
Yeah. It's along the same thing. Like you can tell someone that something's bad all day, but if they enjoy doing it, no matter how sick and disgusting it is, they're going to do it because, in this case, because his sexual hunger for women. I hate that I just said that.
Oh God, it's so cringy.
I hate that I just said that.
Oh,
But,
I don't like the way that was worded.
but that psychopath like has a disgusting hunger for that. And
God,
yeah, I'm gonna keep.
It doesn't
saying
make
it.
me cringe any less. Like every time you say, I can't do that.
But it's all the mindset of just a psychopath, a disgusting person. Like
Yeah.
it's like you can't say that person is any kind of a population of anybody. Like that is one of many outlaws of disgusting people out there that do this kind of thing, and they do not put them in with any kind of population or any kind of gender or race or religion. He's just a mentally disgusting person, and please do not pin him with any kind of group, because that is diminishing any group of anybody out there.
This goes to I was in a Facebook Messenger discussion with a buddy of mine, and we were talking about weird. It sounds weird not to put it in context, but we were talking about pedophiles. It sounds weird. Yeah, it sounds weird not putting it in context, but yes. And he was like, "Why don't we put that? We should put them all on an island, and like then other people can go vacation there to take out aggressions." Which they're basically physically assault the pedophiles. Like, so you go there just to like beat the crap out of pedophiles.
It's funny. I had a thought of like death row inmates and pedophiles and people of that nature should have their organs harvested for donations.
I don't know. Here's what I think. I think pedophiles and like anyone that does anything like that needs to get put in just directly. Don't even like give them a jail cell. Let everyone out in the yard. Put them right there in the middle, surrounded by all of them. Walk away. No one pays attention to what's going on.
See, it's situations like that.
Because it's going to happen anyway. Jail yard justice is going to happen anyway. Might as well just make it quicker. Don't take up a spot in the prison. Just end it right there. I mean, just get it over with.
See,
just put them right there. Walk away.
It's along the lines of, it's probably going to sound bad to say it, but like, we've gone too far into what feels morally right. Like you're just like, oh no, it would be horrible just to shoot this guy in the open. But it's like, well, he murdered and cooked 15 people. It's like,
yeah, he fed a heart with potatoes to his family. Like,
it's just like that person needs to be shot. It's like, why would we spend our tax money to keep this person alive that's done this?
Yeah, I mean, are you willing? Like, you got to ask everyone on the planet: are you willing to pay to house him and feed him, whether it be a jail cell or not? You're housing him and feeding him.
Yeah, there's some inmates
You're
that
clothing
eat better
him.
than I do sometimes. Like, sometimes I don't eat.
There's inmates that eat better than a lot of people.
Yeah.
You have the homeless community have nowhere to go, but these guys that can kill people or molest children can sleep in a bed every night, can eat 3 square meals a day.
Free sex. Yeah.
Yeah, you're telling me that makes sense over leaving these people out in the cold. I mean, we just had record-setting lows last week, and there were people dying because of it because they had nowhere to go.
Did you see? I think it was New York that put up the anti-homeless spikes on like windowsills and stuff like that. Like literally, like
I did not see that.
Yeah, it was a while ago that they put spikes on like places that homeless people would sleep because they didn't want homeless people to be there. They would put spikes on it so that it would hurt for them to lay down, and then other people were calling them,
yes, I've seen them. Yeah.
Other people would be like, these vigilantes are cementing these spikes to cover up the spikes so homeless people see. It's like, they're not vigilantes. These people are heroes. Like, they're doing what they can with the resources they have to make sure that someone at least has, even if it's horrible, at least they have somewhere to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, if they gotta sleep under a bridge, there's that train.
I know. I was saying it was like perfect time for a train, isn't it?
Probably got like 5 homeless people hanging out on there.
I mean, a place to sleep.
A place to sleep, exactly. But like, just because they're homeless doesn't mean they're bad people.
No, like horrible things can happen to somebody that causes them to be homeless that sometimes is out of their control.
And they can't. And once you become homeless, it's so hard to get out of that because where are you going to work?
Where are you going to shower to look good to get?
Where are you going to get these clothes to look good?
Yeah.
How are you going to buy them? Because now this place won't hire you because you look dirty, because you have nowhere to shower. But now you can't get a job to buy the clothes to make you look nicer, to get a better job. Like, it's once you get in that homeless stage where you like, it's almost impossible to get back out.
It's one of those holes.
Now they do have shelters. Don't get me wrong; they have shelters.
They're horrible though.
But I mean, it's somewhere to stay.
It's somewhere to stay, but at the same time, like, these shelters are given so little resources to actually take care of.
Oh, absolutely. Oh yeah, no, I completely agree. Like, I think they should be funded better, for sure.
Yeah, I would
much rather fund a homeless shelter than fund for a pedophile to eat 3 meals a day. I'd much rather my taxes go to that than that.
Yeah. No, like I think there's certain crimes that there should be no question about. Like, oh yeah, by the way, this person's being executed. Like, this person does not deserve to live.
Like
Because
murdering children,
yeah, I was just saying,
molestation.
they're like, because there's sometimes where I'm like, yeah, this person murdered somebody, but like, there's reason behind it. Like,
Yeah, like if it was like, oh, I killed him because he didn't like the color of my shoes, like, no, fine, get rid of him. But like, if you killed someone because they were like, I mean, you can go to jail for manslaughter. So if like it was self-defense and they charged you for manslaughter, like that's a justified killing.
Now, okay, so devil's advocate, the reason I can see why there's such an issue with execution and the like how bad one crime is compared to the other is that you can't take when you have such a blanket, like how big of a country we have.
Yeah.
Because like the only other country, I mean, China, Russia, it's like that's it compared to us. When you take that, it's so hard to have one blanket law that can cover everything. You can't accept morals and people's backstories into every criminal case just because of the fact that there are so many of us and so many crimes happen because of the population density. We have a lot of crimes, and every single crime is different, but due to the legal system, they legally cannot be different because it's just, what are we going to do?
Yeah, it's hard to get into that gray area of like
there can't be like
there can't be a gray area.
There
you have a
can't
black
be
or white. Yeah, it can't be like, oh well, you did technically kill someone, but it's okay because it was justified.
In
like
a perfect legal system, there cannot be a gray area. But then, what happens to the guy that stole a sandwich that's homeless compared to the guy who stole a Snickers that makes a regular paycheck?
Yeah.
Now they have the
Yeah, they can't be
crime.
like, oh well, the homeless guy got away. Like it's fine because he's homeless. He was just trying to feed his family or feed himself. Whereas the guy who stole the Snickers because he just wanted a Snickers and he could have easily paid for it but decided not to. We should get like they have to both be able to face the same amount of time.
Exactly. It makes it really difficult.
The problem with the homeless community right now is, especially when the cold hit, they're committing crimes in order to go to jail, to A, have a warm place to sleep, and B, get fed.
Yeah, because, I mean, in all honesty, that's the easiest way to do it, because what else are they going to do? Die on the street? Like,
I mean, they only have to say 2 words to a cop.
Or they can say a lot more, but yeah.
I mean, but that's all it takes is 2 words. And they can have a bed and food.
I mean, all they have to do is push a cop. I mean,
you could just say "F you" to a cop, and they're going to take you to jail.
It's really easy to go to jail.
Yeah, it is. It's extremely easy to go to jail.
It's a lot harder than getting clean, getting a job, finding a house.
Yeah, which is sad.
I mean, we could go on all day about.
We could, yeah.
About these things.
Yeah, let's move on to the next thing. Let's do the thing.
So, I have a game. I don't have a name for the game, which is stupid. I should have a name for the game. Basically,
let's call it. Oh, just go ahead.
I have lyrics that I have put through Google Translate, put through many languages, and I want him to guess the song off of what I have created off of these translations. And I gotta tell you, some of these are gems. I'm gonna start you off. I'm gonna try to start you off with a easy one, hopefully. So first one. This one went from English to Spanish to Arabic to Croatian to Japanese to Armenian to Russian to Chinese and then back to English.
If you guys followed that, good, congratulations. Because I did.
Leaving alone. The only thing I know. I don't know where to go. But
I already know it. I already know it. Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
Yes. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. All right. Next one. This one went from English to Chinese to Russian to Arabic to Chinese back to English.
Okay.
It is the sun rises in the sky. Invisible clouds. Everyone is raining. You do not know why. Today is a good day. Ha ha.
Wow, that one's hard.
The very first line is the giveaway.
Read it again.
The sun rises in the sky. Do you want me to do it in cadence? If I do it in cadence, you would totally.
Is it "You Are My Sunshine"?
No.
Okay.
It's not.
Yeah, do it in cadence.
The sun rises in the sky.
Oh, okay.
Invisible clouds.
I don't know the name of that song.
Everyone is ready.
Oh, it's
You do not know why today is a good day.
Oh my God, it's Mr. something, right?
Yes, Mr. Blue Sky by
Mr. Blue Sky. That's what it was. Okay.
The sun rises.
All it took was the cadence, and I was like, yeah, I already got it.
I was just saying the cadence gives away all of these. All right.
Yeah.
This one I showed to Michaela. Shout out to Michaela. Nice to see you. This one made her laugh when I showed it to her. This went from English to Arabic to Russian to Armenian, Chinese, Afrikaans, Irish, Hawaiian, back to English. Again, this took me a very long time to make these. I can't stop thinking like this. Go deep. You just know a girl. What do you do with me? When you catch me, they are very narrow in your hands. You can see, everything is correct. I have a mental illness. I have a lot of confidence. You love me.
Oh my gosh.
I can't stop thinking like this. Go deep. You just know a girl. What do you do with me? When you catch me, they are very narrow in your hands. You can see. Everything is correct. I have a mental illness. I have a lot of confidence. You love me.
I have no idea.
This is going to completely give it away right here. I can't stop thinking like this. Just go deep. I
got nothing.
Oh, a girl. I can't stop this feeling.
Oh, okay.
Deep inside of me. Hooked on a feeling.
Yeah.
I like that one. That one made me laugh. I was like, I love it. Yeah, bow, bow. What you do to me?
Okay. Yeah, I got it. Okay.
This one is this one's personal to you, but you will.
To me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, to your life, yes.
Oh.
You'll understand at the end of it if you don't get it.
Okay.
My secret is that I will not let you down. I put it in a basket, but I couldn't stop it. So stay away from me, you evil beast. I was angry and upset. Garbage on the walls, sidewalks. When he woke up, I couldn't stop him. I squirm under the bed, body, head. Why can't anyone save me? Now, the middle of that was the giveaway.
In the middle, I had an idea.
I put in a basket, but couldn't stop it. So stay away from me, you evil beast. I was angry and upset. Garbage on the walls, sidewalks.
This was hard.
I know. I think I know what idea you had. I want to tell you that your idea is correct. If it
is it from Avenged Sevenfold?
No.
Okay, then I'm way off.
So stay away from me. The beast is ugly. There's garbage on the walls, in the closet, in the...
Oh, okay. Monster from Skillet. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. Personal to you.
Yeah.
I thought
because my son loves this song.
I thought you were going to get it from the "so stay away from me" and then garbage on the walls. I was like, oh, there's
I didn't have a cadence to put it to, so it was like, yeah. So stay away from me. The beast is ugly. Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Okay, so this one, because of recent releases, I thought that maybe I would go back to something that you might get a little bit of a memory on. So I'm not going to read the first couple lines because the first couple lines are a complete giveaway. That once you hear it, you're like, there's no way that any language could change it. This is how hard I tried to trick you on this one, and it was like almost impossible. English to Hawaiian to Chinese to Arabic to Russian to English to Hawaiian to Russian to Arabic to English to Japanese to Hawaiian to English. I tried so hard.
Okay, so this is my true test here. Okay.
And those first two lines I just couldn't get rid of. Like, it just would not change. It was just, apparently it was meant to be.
Is it who let the dogs out?
I couldn't get rid of who. No translation. No. So I'm going to skip the first two lines unless you really can't get it. So I want to see the break with the lights go out. How to wrap these boys around with your fingers and play with your guide.
Wow. That's dirty.
It is, but it's not once you know the actual song. You know what you want. You make money. From now on, it will work every second. Again, I want to see the break with the lights go out. I want to wrap these boys around with your fingers and play with your guide. I can't get over that line.
Almost as cringy as what you said earlier.
It doesn't help that the next line is, you know what you want.
You make my guide.
You make money.
Oh God.
From now on, it will work every second.
OnlyFans. It's a song about OnlyFans. It's the OnlyFans anthem.
I'm going to try to read it one more time with a straight face. I want to see the break with the lights go out. How to wrap these boys around with your fingers and play with your guide. You know what you want. You make money. From now on, it will work every second.
I'm trying to put a cadence to it.
If I gave you a cadence, you would get it without a doubt. That's why I'm really trying to do a monotone, because the second you hear the cadence, you're just like, yep. Plus, I
can't place it.
Do you want the first two lines, or do you want the
Yes,
cadence?
the first two lines. Yeah.
I have a picture. I'm going with you, Mary Adden. There is a story under this bottle. I have a pen.
You know what? Oh my God! You know what's so funny? When I said I was gonna try to do one real quick, that's the first one I tried.
Because I remember the song we were listening to about All Time Low.
Yeah. Do you remember? Count me in. Yeah.
Yeah. When the lights go out, I want to watch the way you take by storm.
I didn't put that cadence to it.
See, I thought you would get the wrap the boys around your finger. Come on and play the leader. Come on and let me play with your guide.
Okay, yeah.
Because you know it's what you're good at. So you know what you want.
Yeah. Okay. See, yeah, that makes sense.
All right. This one went. I didn't write this one. It was the one that I did last, but it went from English, Hawaiian, Arabic, Chinese, Russian back to English. I did it real quick. You see a man when you drive it? ? How are you now when you fall to the ground? ? And I tell you, my friend, one day this world will end. You'll find
face down from Red Jumpsuit Apparatus.
Yep. I was like, there was no good way.
Yeah, when you said face down I was like, yep, there it is. I literally started singing it right when you said face down. I was like, yep, okay, I know what it is.
And then of course, the easiest of easy. You have English to Hawaiian, to Chinese to Russian, to Afrikaans to Arabic, back to English. I reached my final destination. Suffocate, do not breathe. If I cut my hand and didn't hit hard, the water would flow out.
Last resort.
Yeah. If I die, will you take care of me? If not it. Right? ?
Right?
If today is my life, I can distortidize thinking of killing.
Yeah, that one's. You kind of that one's hard to do because you almost have to put a different cadence to it because just saying it is pretty much like the song.
It's the cadence, yeah.
Yeah, you kind of have to sing it instead of say it because that would actually throw someone off.
I had 15 more that I wanted to do that I was I only want to do 5 or 6 because it would be too much to do the rest of them.
Yeah, it would take way too long.
If you guys think those lyrics are funny though, let me know and I will definitely make 20 more.
Yeah, we could do it again. Yeah, that's for sure. So on that note, we've come to our conclusion. Next week, I am going to South Carolina with my wife for a little weekend getaway. So we are going to be recording on a different day. We have yet to discuss when that episode is going to release, if we're going to do it normally or sooner, and do a little surprise thing over the weekend for you guys. But to keep up with that, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Absurditee69. You can listen on audio-wise on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and the iHeartRadio app. And if you want to see our faces for some weird reason, you can look us up on YouTube. Just search for Absurditee Podcast. Other than that, I hope you all have a wonderful week. And I'm Cameron saying toodaloo.
And I'm Jake saying toodles.